I'm gonna put this right here. Even though I don't like the way it looks. Well, that'll work. Is it live? Okay, it's live. All right, hold on. Boom. That's trying to change. Look at codecs and change all kind of stuff. Sorry about that. I'll go live for my Patreons, but when I do that, what's up, Babylon is falling. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on, man? You gotta hit me up and catch up. Everything good going this way. Good. A lot to catch up with you on, but everything going good over here. Just we had SM. Who are those? Who is SM with Scott? I don't know. I think I've heard something about the Turpin case. I'm not really familiar with it. Is that an old case? Nat Scott. What's up, Nat Scott? All right, I'll hit you up. I just don't be on Facebook though. Like, I really don't like social media, to be honest with y'all, man. I like YouTube, but like the other social medias, I gotta force myself to be on Twitter more often. I'm rarely on Twitter, and Instagram I'm on sometimes, but I really don't too much care for social media besides YouTube. I gotta be more active, I guess, if I want to be a better YouTuber. I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know who Turpin is or the Turpin case. I don't know. I've never heard of that. I have to look into it and see that 29-year-old kids were being held captive. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I only discovered Tim Jones Jr. early this morning. You discovered him the same time I did. What's up, Altered Ego? I am going to do the Houston case where the 4-year-old is missing. When he walked inside the house and nobody saw her leave the house and he walked out with a basket. That will probably be the next Crimes with Crimes after Tim Jones Jr. And I don't know. Maybe Tim Jones Jr. will be my first series, first in series where I my first reaction to interrogation or confession. But I am going to do the case in Houston. I've never heard of that, Jackie, but I'm not surprised something happened bad in Colorado. Good Lord, Colorado. I was just joking with Kendall Ray on Twitter about that. Like, yeah, y'all got like legalized weed and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff, but y'all got some crazy murders and stuff that going on out there in Colorado. 6 adult children, 7 minors, youngest 2. It's crazy. I guess the Tim Jones case hit me for the same reason that Chris Watts case did. You know, I'm a father, and what he did was so despicable. There's just no way. It was just horrible to listen to him talk like that. It was really horrible. You served as a juror on a trial. 12 adults, children held. Which trial did you serve as a juror on? Oh, the Kelly case, the murder for hire. Hey, I'll hit you up then if I decide to do it. What's up, CC Orleans? Chained to beds, malnourished, etc. John. Gotcha. What's up, Amanda Polk? Kelly Baker case in Colorado, murder for hire. I'll look into that too. I can do a lot more now that I do the crimes with Chrymes, because I can probably at most I can do like 3 a week. So I can do that too. I can do any suggestions you guys would like for me to cover. I'm gonna be playing around with different setups and different backgrounds. So all of them are gonna look different. I asked my Patreons which background did they like the best. Did they like the one from the last one I did the other day with the books behind me, or my blue room, or the black room? I got like my poker table. I got a bunch of different setup areas, so it's gonna look different as I rotate them for each video. Those amazing videos. I'm new to your channel. Took Stephanie's advice to check you out. I'm so glad I did. Thank you so much, Kat. Really appreciate you checking me out, man. Stephanie, my girl, I can't wait to meet her in about 2 weeks. Maybe, is it less than 2 weeks now? Yeah. Soon as I say her name, look, she popped right up. Boop. I see you, John. The saddest thing is listening to their kids' impact statements, where clearly you see that no matter how much people abuse their kids, they don't want their parents in trouble. Sad. Wow. Thank you, Amanda, on the last video. Thank you. I feel bad, man. I feel bad for her, yo. You take that chance. People are like, well, why did she go? She didn't trust those people. Like, you take that. It's sort of like when the internet first had Nigerians telling you want $1 million. A lot of us didn't click on it, but we wanted to. We tried to tell ourselves this may be, what if I'm the one case and this is for real? Like not now, we all know now, but when it first happened, you got that email about 10 years ago or earlier, like, you want something like that to be so true. You know, you get into real estate, you want that client that comes, and she should have just had somebody there with her, man. She should have had a bunch of, like, covering her back. I feel so bad for her, yo. I feel, I don't even want to say worse, but I feel just imagining what Tim Jones' children went through. That probably affected me the most this week of anything. And I got so much more to look up on that. It's so much. I mean, I've been busy all day. I'm gonna be sitting down on that. Just she couldn't have known. Nah, she didn't know. But it's so much thing, man. The lack of blood splatter. There's no blood on these people's clothes. I mean, I don't. How do you run through a neighborhood like that, jumping over two fences, covered in blood? Like, do you guys? Did you? If you didn't see Dr. Phil, I you might want to cover your ears. They tortured her, man. What did he say? They almost slit her head all the way off. They cut off her nipples. They did a lot of horrific stuff to her in that home she was showing. I mean, how do you do all of that from 5:38 p.m. to 5:41 p.m.? Man, there's so much stuff don't make sense with that. How can you do all of that in like 3 minutes? Yeah, and Tim Jones killed 4 of the 5 children in the same room. I don't want to talk about it too much. 'Cause I'm gonna wait for the video, but yeah, dude, God, it was horrible. Like Voldemort. Have I did a guy victim yet? I haven't. Have I? No, I haven't. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't do true crime. It would stick with me going to state health and wellness. I don't know yet. I don't know which guy yet. What's up, making lemonade? Norma Guerrero, heartbreaking. Yeah. Never catch your lives. What's up, Jennifer GL? I'm very interested in that Canadian case. Yeah, Shauna Ray did a great video on that case, and John Loden covered that case as well too. And the day that I covered it, another YouTuber covered it. She's small. I think she got like 3,000 subscribers, but it looks like she just got into true crime. I like her video quality. You guys should check her out. I don't remember her name, but if you click on the hashtag that says in my video, that says what was her name? Busiak. Busiak. I think I hashtag that. If you just click on it, it'll pull up both of our videos because we was the only 2 people to hashtag that. I always try to spread love to small channels. I don't know what you mean when you say in hopes of Jessica Chambers. What's her name? M? What's whose name, Stephanie? Whose name? No, I did not watch his sentencing. I don't know anything about Jamie Kloss. I just know when she was found, everybody was happy and screaming and excited, and I was like happy that someone was found. But I don't know anything about her case. I think only thing I know about Jamie Kloss is an obsessed guy kidnapped her and she got away. I never looked into it. Oh, I don't know her name, the YouTuber who covered the case. I left a comment on her video. Hold on, I'll find her right now. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I don't know why I just said that. That was really random. Really random. Crimes with Crimes, Lindsay Busiak. Let me go to my video. Let me click this hashtag. And her name is Melissa Ellen. Here is Melissa Ellen's video on Lindsay Busiak. And here's her video right here. You don't have to ever ask me about Jessica Chambers. You will be able to look at my community post, and if you see that I'm in Mississippi, that's me covering Jessica Chambers. I haven't even scheduled to go there yet. I was not trying to think of covering anything that huge until I came back from CrimeCon. And when I get back from CrimeCon, I will be working with Jessica Boynton. She was in his basement for 88 days. Under his bed, he killed her parents. So, if that trial was just over this weekend, right? Maybe I should do a Crimes with Crimes on Jamie Kloss. That'll give me more time to watch more of the trial of Tim Jones Jr. and then do that next. And then I'll do the girl who's missing in Houston. How about that? Good to see you too. Susan said you're so good at what you do, John. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yo, Stephanie, I think Stephanie was being nice. I think Stephanie has interest in doing Jessica Chambers, but she knew that I was passionate about that. I think she was trying to let me do it first. But you should go ahead and do it, Stephanie, because I don't know when I'll be able to do that. I don't know when I'll be able to take another trip, especially with how many trips I gotta take this year. So to Orlando, New Orleans, New York, Kansas City. I'll try to set aside in July to do like a GoFundMe or something for the Jessica Chambers video. After I completely finish after I completely finish the Jessica Boynton video. The McNabb Bell. Also, Stephanie. Also, you'll help me out. You could just dig up all that Jessica Chambers, information, and then just pass it over to me once you make your video. Someone comes with that. People try to explain. I don't too much read comments. I read comments on my video because I want to show people, I appreciate what they're saying and their support. And only people who really close to me know how nervous I get before I put out a video that I work so hard for. I'm like, they're going to think it's trash. I'll obsessively go back into the inbox of the people who are family members or live in a town or city or close to the case that know I'm going to make a video, and I'm waiting for them to respond to see what they say. Or if I got something wrong, or But all the organizations that like Vera Joe and helped Vera Joe and fought for Vera Joe, they all love the video. I should come to Colorado. Nah, that's okay. I don't think I'll leave if I go to Colorado. I might get murdered. No, I'm just playing. Maybe I can go next year. I'm all booked for 2019. Educational loudspeakers. Thank you, Brunch Mom. Both of you come and cover it together. I'll buy dinner. It's just hard to schedule something like that with two people, you know. And see, I'm saying all of this, and I got to shoot footage in New Orleans for that case as well too. Garrett, I'll protect you, John. I know you got me, Don. But I'm serious, Stephanie. You should cover Jessica Chambers, man. It don't matter if you do it because our styles are so different. So it'll just be two dope videos on the same thing. And I want to see Stephanie, who you think did it, because I know you don't pull your punches when you talk about stuff like that. Keep a sandwich with you when you go to Colorado. It may save your life. I told Stephanie today, yo, I found this horrific case. Like, I can't believe nobody's talking about. It's this guy named Tim Jones Jr. And she said, oh, thank you for telling me. I'm going to go cover it now. I can't believe some people think Jamie should be okay now and not feel sorry for her. Yeah, people look for attention in bad ways, man. Like, I don't pay attention to that stuff. People will say something just for attention, just for shock value. You know, even Elizabeth Smart said JC will never be the same. Nah. A lot of people talk trash into when they talk. It's something that they've never been through before. Like, that's extreme. But even on little small stuff, I can't believe you let such and such do that. They wouldn't do me like that. And you get in that situation, and you doing the same thing. I really have no excuse for my phones are dying because I have like wireless chargers everywhere. I can just like lay them there, and I lay them right beside the wireless charger. We have the high profile a-holes. Who are the high profile a-holes? Elizabeth Smart did an excellent job. She spoke to the Jamie community. What's up, Raven Duff? Let me tell y'all something. I don't want, like, I don't know what it is, but something holds me back for even looking into high profile cases. I don't know, man. It's a mixture of feelings. One feeling is I missed the boat. Like if I go make a video on Jamie Kloss right now and I go look into it, I just feel like everybody already knows so much stuff and information about it and everything being said that I can get one little thing wrong. They be like, no, that's not what happened. This what happened. You know, like, I don't know. And I like reading something and I don't know what the hell it is. I'm like, yo, what is this? Or watching the video, like, who is this? And then I naturally get interested. Like with the Tim Jones thing. Like, I didn't know who that was. I haven't heard anybody talk about him. It showed up on my feed. I'm like, yo, who is this dude? What did he do? And I see what he did. I'm like, holy crap. I like to be naturally interested instead of like seeing something on TV all the time and everybody talking about it. Then I'll go look into it. All right, thank you, Raven. And I said before I look into it, because I've never looked into a case and saw the details and be like, well, this is a famous case, so I'm not gonna know. That's wrong. I'll look into it and sometimes I'm like, yo, I see why everybody is interested in this. Like what Stephanie did good with Madeleine McCain. I just heard her name a billion times. Then I stopped and said one day and said, all right, let me see what the heck everybody talking about. And I see why I see why people are, interested in that and always want to talk about that. Okay, gotcha. You cover the cases that inspire you. That's what make your video so good. Yeah, a lot of people, like, y'all don't even know. It was in January that everybody kept coming to my page and people kept saying, look up Vera Joe, look up Vera Joe. I think one time I went live, I got mad. People saying Vera Joe so much. I was like, man, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. Like, you get on my nerves now. And then I got bored and I looked up Vera Joe and I'm like, holy crap, I gotta do this. Nice to see you do a Canadian case. Yeah, I didn't even know she was Canadian until I started looking into it. You know what I thought? She was from Florida. There is a case where a real estate agent was murdered in Florida. That's what I thought I was looking at. I thought that was the Florida case. No, where a real estate agent went missing. I saw the episode. That's what I thought the Busiek case was. I haven't seen any videos on Jamie Kloss, but I am local. So I followed the case. Another case here about the guy who did a hit and run and killed 3 Girl Scouts and 1 adult. Wow. How do you John? I love all your stuff. What's up, Catnip? I think why so many people keep coming back to you and what you your passion shines with your videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think the way you and Stephanie cover cases is so different than everyone else. Yeah, I told Stephanie you catching your idols. You got to catch your idols numbers, man. I think at one point in the true crime community, um, maybe they thought that you didn't seem professional if you gave such a strong opinion. You were more leaning towards saying facts. If you do your video only saying facts, what distinguishes you from anybody else? What do you have to add? Like, look at Jessica Boynton. Um, this case is gonna be a show coming in the future. She told me about was a Dateline, another show, Channel 11, and True Crime. So what's different with John? What's different with me? What can I do different? If I just state the same facts, from Walmart to Waffle House to 8 minutes down the street, what's gonna be different with me? Like, what do you have to offer if all you're gonna do is just state the facts? You know? Yeah, realtors do have. Yeah, you by yourself. If I was a realtor now, you got to get with technology. Everybody, they got these 360 cameras. Go into a house, film it with a 360 camera, and that's it. Just send the footage out, make a YouTube video on a 360 camera. That way they can see the whole house if they just look around. That's exactly what I'd do if I was a realtor. I wouldn't take anybody to see nothing. Thank you, Dana. Mom without a watch. Beverly Carter was a real estate agent in Arkansas that was kidnapped and murdered. Yo, that's crazy. I want to look that up, though. It was on Dateline, Beverly Carter. I'm gonna watch that as I go to sleep tonight. John, you have your new ways that you do brilliantly. Thank you. Your Vera Joe video was intense. Thank you, Collie. I think one passage that affected me really, really strongly. And I'm black, and it affected me strongly. Was Samuel L. Jackson's character telling Matthew McConaughey's character of why I hired you. I don't care about these facts. I don't care about anything. Why did I hire you? I hired you because you're one of them. You know how to think like they think. So you need to go out there and you need to say something that make them feel where I'm coming from. Like he didn't think he was a great lawyer or could find evidence and all this. He was like, no, you're one of them. Like, put them in my shoes. And then the first time I watched it and I'm listening to the speech and the horrific stuff that happened to the girl, and then he takes that pause and he says, now imagine if she's white. And them jurors open their eyes and like it hit home. That was a risky move as a writer. You know, just as a filmmaker, period, that was a risky thing to do. And the fact that it hit so hard to a lot of people that watched that movie, that's what I try to do. I can tell you that this lady named Vera Jo got stabbed, you know, just like Busiek got stabbed 40 times, and they went to a party, they snitched on themselves, and they got arrested in the story. Or I can make you really, really feel what it's like to be Vera. I can put you down on that track where she was. That's one of the things I said to Jessica. I said, you're not just a story. You're not. You're a human being. You're a person. You're not a 30-minute segment of entertainment and people going with their life. They need to see who you really are. And I think it would be detrimental in helping people to have that passion to fight, because you're not supposed to be on the phone with me. You're not supposed to be here with me. You're supposed to be dead. Time to Kill, super amazing. Great movie, yeah. They got the guy. They got what guy? Mom Without a Watch. I like that name. I hesitate in taking home health jobs, probably because I'm crazy and watch too much true crime, or because I'm a realist. Thank you, M. Stevens. Thank you. John, you did that too well. Crunching rocks on boots. Train coming, etc. I didn't sleep for 2 nights. Yeah. I really didn't think of that until I got down on the tracks. And then I remember playing on tracks growing up. We had train tracks in this alley through my grandma's backyard. We used to sneak way back there. We weren't supposed to go back there. And I remember we used to play on the train tracks all the time. And I know the crunching rock noise that it always made. And I'm like, it's so loud. This is definitely the last thing she heard. Just imagine like Matthew McConaughey's character, he could have got offended. Like, I'm one of the good guys. What do you mean I'm one of them? I'm not one of them. He I got the in between points of what he was trying to say. And I'm glad that the character got the in between points. He could have got mad. He could have got frustrated. He was like, you know what he did? And a great friend gave me advice on this. Sometimes I get too idealistic and I want the world to be a certain way. And I have a friend who comes and they remind me, you need to act as how the world really is, how it exists. That's how you survive. I know it should be this way, but it's not this way. It's like saying I should be able to walk right to get to my school because right is faster. I should not have to go left. I should not have to live in a world where I got to go left and take the long route. I be idealistic. Realistic, don't go right, because you go right is dangerous and you'll die. So Matthew McConaughey had to go through something in his own mind to say, all of us are racist. We are all a little prejudiced in our mind. So since we're all a little prejudiced, maybe one of the reasons this is not resonating with them is because the girl is black. So let me take them through all the horrible details of what happened, and then let me say, now imagine if she's white. So sometimes you have to act as the world exists to get results. So I think of that when I do these videos. Yeah, I live right by the track. Train hunted me. Yeah. Besides your awesome music, the boots and rock sound is something you need to continue. I'm going. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, the music is always last. I do a whole video with no music, and then I'll go and I'll try to find music after the fact. I think the song at the beginning on the train track, I found that one, but the other music in there I found after I edited everything, and I'm glad. That chair behind John reminds me of a Squirky looking ghost. It looks like the Amityville horror house, right? With the two windows on the house. That was one of the films that really frightened me growing up. The Amityville horror. I don't know why. I never wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be a detective, but you got to be a cop to be a detective, and I didn't want to do that. I had no interest in being a cop, a patrol like cop, like regular. Yeah, I just wanted to investigate and be a detective. But also more than that, I wanted to be a lawyer on a team, and I wanted the special. I want to be the lawyer that they go to on a trial to do the closing statement. I always want to do closing. I want to do closing statement, and I want to do cross examination. Once we moved into our farmhouse, it scared the hell out of me to watch it. Yeah, The Exorcist didn't scare me, but the Amityville horror scared me when I was growing up. I think it was because it caught me off guard. Like the first time I saw the Amityville horror, it was that kitchen scene when she looked through the window and it was black and you saw nothing, and then all of a sudden you saw those yellow eyes. Now I must have been like 5 years old walking in on that scene. I was like, "What?" That scared the heck out of me, man. And then when he saw his face when he moved the bricks from downstairs in the basement, yeah, I was like, that was too much for Lil Jon. I want to be a criminal profiler. I'm in school now to become a paralegal. Baby steps. That's what's up, man. As long as you're doing it, you're working toward it. Being approached by being a detective has to wait 5 years. Can't wait for that to happen. Yeah. Jody got you. Who is Jody? The Shining scared. Nah, The Shining didn't scare me. I I like watching The Shining. I don't know if it's the hotel. Like it soothes me to watch The Shining. I don't know why that makes me feel like I'm weird. But nothing in The Shining scares me. It's actually sad though. Like there's no bad guy in The Shining. You know, Jack Nicholas, he's not a bad guy. He got taken over by a spirit. So when he freezes, you're freezing a father, a family man who it wasn't even him that did it. So it was like sad. Struggling with real organic chemistry. Find something that you like in it. The eyes were supposed to be Jody the pig or whatever it was in the attic. Oh, okay, I got you. I didn't know what the eyes were. I just know like let that be the first thing a 5-year-old kid see. Hey, mommy, what are you watching? Ah! And that's back in the day when I believed in ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts anymore now. Yeah, I heard the Shining book is far different than the film. I heard Stephen King didn't like that movie at all. And I'm sorry if y'all hear that clicking. I'm playing my little knife there. And nothing scares me anymore. I went to the movies. Was that yesterday? What's today? Yesterday, I went to the movies. Man, I saw Brightburn. Brightburn was awesome. Awesome. If y'all never heard of Brightburn, it's what would happen if Superman was bad. He crashed on Earth in a little farm with a husband and wife finding him as a baby, and they raise him, and he becomes a little boy, and he's literally Superman, but he is evil as you know what. I'll investigate any haunting because I don't believe in them. If red glowing eyes creep you out, you should watch Brightburn. Jesus, that little kid, boy. I love the detective side of things too. I like how they figure stuff out. I used to like my first love with true crime was figuring out, like, just waiting until they figured out when they got caught. A true crime episode on TV is just two things, just or maybe three. Maybe is when the killer is younger, but sometimes they don't do that. It's around the crime time, and it's up to the killer killing the person. That's one. And then the second part is the police getting the clues, and once it matches, they go and look for the killer. That's why I never felt like a crazy person for liking true crime, because it wasn't really the crime aspect. It was just figuring out like what happened. But now I'm more into the the person that lost their life. I think that's what's gonna stick with me the most about doing this Jessica Boynton video is just like even then I had to stop and think and say the person that lost their life instead of saying the victim. Like she makes me like I don't want to say they are victims. They did, they lost their life, but like it just makes them seem more like a pronoun or a thing instead of Susan or Angela or Jason, the exact individual that lost their life. Nah, I'm not watching Unsolved Mysteries. Nah, that music there, boy. Yo, I'm old now. I know I'm old. I remember the very first episode of Unsolved Mysteries because I must have been like 8 or 7 or something. But I'm gonna tell you, I remember what happened. My mom had an apartment in the projects, and it was my mom, me, and my sister, and we used to watch Rescue 911. We used to love that show. And one night, Rescue 911 premiered a commercial for a new show called Unsolved Mysteries. It was gonna come on after Rescue 911, and so since we like Rescue 911, I'm all happy, thinking it's cool. I'm like, oh, the new show's about to come on, Unsolved Mysteries. When that beat said, doom, 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 I had that look like, I don't know if this is something I want to be watching, Mom. I think I'm going to go to bed. I think the first episode was something about a guy, he jumped out of a plane. He just got up out of his seat, and they never found his body heard from again. I think he robbed a bank or something with money, and he jumped out that plane. They couldn't find him. That's crazy how detailed my memory is. I can remember the airing of the first episode of Unsolved Mystery and what was on it. Missing kids, so people really get into me. Oh, another case I want to do. I forgot her first name, but it begins with a D. D Downs. She shot her daughters, shot 3 of her daughters, and before trial, she got pregnant again and had another daughter. This happened like in 1983. I'm going to talk about that too. What drew me to that case. Again, this was all when I woke up at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm watching Tim Jones Jr. stuff, and then the next video was the top 10 most shocking confessions of serial killers or something like that, and she was number 2. And just to hear how she was talking on there, like, oh, I saw my daughter coming to me, and I could just see the blood coming out of her mouth, and she was just talking like she was so proud of herself and fascinated that she did that to her daughter. I'm like, yo, who the crap is this? And I Googled her, Yeah, Diane Downs. Like how she was talking, man. It was just I never seen anybody do something like that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do that for Crimes with Crime. Diane Downs, 2 daughters, 1 son. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was crazy, man. And she was in one of those one of the pictures with her children. She was sitting in that like brown big chair everybody sat in to take a picture in the 70s. Diane Downs was hungry like the wolf. Yeah. Who was that family? 2 women raised a bunch of kids and then they drove off the cliff. Amanda, you know I did that case, right? The Hart family. I did that for one of my like documentary videos. You aren't afraid to speak for the victim and you're not afraid to speak your truth on their behalf. So it's in a very constructive way. Thank you. Hunger Like a Wolf was a song playing in the car. Do women know that after they kill their children for the man, like men don't go, wow, you murdered your kids for me? This is true love, babe. Like, they're never going to be with you. You be scared to see you again. You did something that crazy. Like, yeah, the interview, she said she wasn't lucky she couldn't tie her shoes in 2 months. Yeah, they showed some of that in that top 10 video. I was like, you see, I woke up early this morning looking up at some crazy crap, man. Some really crazy stuff. Yeah, she said she was in the middle of getting jacked by somebody. Yeah. Farrah Fawcett played her in a TV movie. Oh, they got movies and stuff about her. Diane Downs and her reenactment was absolutely mind blowing. Yep, she was number 2. Ted Bundy was number 1. I have no respect for Ted Bundy, man. Like I don't look at Ted Bundy the way a lot of people who like true crime look at Ted Bundy. He's like he's not fascinating to me. He's not intelligent to me. He's not smart to me. I see through every single lie when I look at old footage of him. Like when I think of Ted Bundy, I get mad at the people around. I'm like, yo, this is what fooled you. This is what fooled you. This dude gave away so many clues trying to be his own lawyer that he's sick. Yeah, see, the prosecution adopted 2 of the kids, I think, and then the 2 that survived, and then if I'm not mistaken, then the one when she was pregnant, like after the shootings, she was adopted by another family. She goes around speaking everywhere. I was the main witness in the trial, walking in past the jury stand. Thought I was going to die. My legs were jelly. I was speechless for a full minute. I was so nervous. He adopted the oldest daughter. What's up, Amy, in the building? He scared me after I saw the Netflix confession tapes. I was like, he didn't do anything for me as far as intrigue me. I couldn't believe how many women found him attractive. Yeah. I don't understand like people like, he would have been a great lawyer. He looked like he didn't know what he was doing. He looked like he had no clue of what he was doing. He looked like, I'm going to die. I'm in Florida. They're going to give me an electric chair. Let me just play around in the courtroom and attempt to be flamboyant. I have no respect for Ted Bundy, like on an intellectual level. I think he's dumbass. I think Jeffrey Dahmer is more smarter than Ted Bundy. We talked about plenty cases, Amy, all different kinds. I think the last one we talked about was Diane Downs killing her children. Hey, Casey. I was listening to Ted Bundy confession on YouTube, and he is talking normal, then drops his creepy whisper and tells where he hit the girls. But I don't think he was trying not to be heard from the tape. That's what it was. That's how stupid he is. Like it picked him up even more clear. Even the whole entire conversation when he's saying he's not, and that wasn't a confession. He was trying to say what if scenario. He was trying to be smart. It reminds me of a child, like a way you can trick your child. You're like, come here, Billy. Come here, Billy. Let me talk to you. Now, Billy, I know you said that you didn't take those cookies, Billy. But what would the person who have who have taken the cookies? How do you think they would do it, Billy? And Billy goes, well, I think if someone would have taken the cookies, they probably would have put them in their room and hid them under their pillow. And you go look in Billy's pillow and you see the cookies. Like that stuff you do with your children, man. Like, what is he talking about? We know you did it. Oh, okay. I probably shouldn't even be telling y'all this because y'all gonna go look it up. So in the comment section of that video, somebody was saying like it was a thread that was saying a serial killer was a perfect victim for Ted Bundy, and then somebody came and countered that by saying Ted Bundy was a perfect victim for Jeffrey Dahmer. Like Jeffrey Dahmer would have met Ted Bundy on the street, brought him to his apartment, killed him, tried to eat him, right? So this led to I know a guy who killed he's a murderer, but he murdered a serial killer. So then I look up that guy and all the people he killed, and then he only killed bad people. He's like the real life Dexter. He only killed other bad people. And then while in prison, he met a serial killer that killed like over 200 people, and he killed them too. So I'm gonna do that story as well too. I need to start. I'm gonna start forgetting this stuff. All right. Something happened with my program tonight, and it took me an hour to fix it after watching a movie with my kids. That's why I started so late. So I apologize for starting so late. I didn't mean to. I meant to start this around 9 p.m. But as you can tell, my eyes are heavier than. I'm not going to say that. My eyes are heavy right now. So I'm getting really, really tired. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and go to bed. Thank you guys for checking me out, hanging out with me tonight. You all be safe. All these people we talked about doing these terrible, bad things, man. They need to chill out. Don't kill. Make a sandwich. Y'all know how I end it. So I'm going to talk to y'all later.